Hi guys, and finally welcome to my 10K Q&A special. Whoa. I don't know, I'm trying to make clapping sounds but not too loud. I got 10K subscribers. I don't know, I'm like so happy, and like I cried a lot about it, but yeah, so as you know by the title, this is gonna be a makeup get ready with me / Q&A. You guys asked me questions on different videos and on my on the community post that I made. So we're just gonna get right into it. I'm gonna try to not make this a super long video, and I also disclaimer, just gonna use the mirror, use the camera as a mirror because I don't feel like grabbing my big mirror and rearranging things. And yeah, I kind of want to hurry up and film this video so I can hurry up and film some more content. Let's get into the first question while I get myself together. How tall are you? So I'm about 5'4", 5'3", 5'4". I always say 5'3", but I'm really like 5'4", you know. I feel like it's like average height for like a woman or whatever. But yeah, well, the first thing I do when I'm getting ready is do my brows. So with that being said, I'm gonna get a spoolie. Gonna get this spoolie, and I'm going to get the dirty spoolie. Gross. Okay. So I use this e.l.f. brow lift gel, and I apply that to my brows first. I used to use the the spoolie part, but now I just use like the end of the spoolie because I feel like I like the way it just sticks the brows down. Next question is your childhood dream job. This is a difficult one because I don't really think I honestly ever dreamed of a job. I feel like I've always wanted to do YouTube, like always. Like when YouTube first came out, I was on it 24/7, watching random videos, watching music videos, heavy on the music videos, the lyric videos. And then like when YouTubers came out with story times and all that, like I was super into that. When like jerking was a thing, all the like the jerk dance groups, I was super into that. Like I feel like I've always wanted to be a YouTuber, but I would say maybe my childhood dream job was, I mean, for a bit I wanted to be a boxer. For a bit I also wanted to be like an astronaut, but like it wasn't like I was super interested in science or anything. I think they just showed us the documentary about like the first black lady astronaut, and I was like, well, I want to do that. And then like Layla Ali, I wanted to do that. Like I don't know, I didn't know, like I didn't really have a dream job. They were just random things I was always interested in. But I know for a fact I've always wanted to do YouTube. I've always wanted to be like an actor, actress. I've also always wanted to like write books. Like I've written, like I've always been like a writer type person, and like I've always written poems, little short stories. I tried to write a novel in like elementary school, vampire novel. But yeah, so I feel like those have always been my dream jobs, like things in entertainment, YouTube, acting. And I've always wanted to write I always wanted to write a series of books and then have like one book become like a movie. I've always wanted to be like a writer, an actress, and a YouTuber. I really feel like those was really my dream jobs. But anyways, see, I'm just like making it like stamped, and then I'm gonna brush that through in a second. I hope this comes out right because like I said, I'm not using a regular mirror right now. And yeah, okay, let's see. Next question is significant other, how do they feel about you doing ASMR? Okay, technically I'm going to say that I'm single, but I am exclusively dating someone. I am dating someone, and I'm not currently dating other people. I am only interested in the person that I'm dating. So yeah, I guess you can say I have a significant other, but it's not really official. So yeah. And how do they feel when I'm doing ASMR? They are very supportive of it. We've been talking for a couple of months now, and like I said, they're very supportive. They give me a lot of like encouragement, and I'm just brushing it up lightly, and then we're gonna set it with powder. But yeah, they give me a lot of encouragement, give me ideas, a lot of motivation, and all that. I think when they first found out, they were like, "That's a very niche, random thing for you to do." But and then they asked me like, how did I get into that? And I told them, and they were like, "Oh, okay." But yeah, I do think that they are very supportive, a lot more supportive than other partners I had in the past, who like, I don't know, I feel like just wanted to ride my coattails, and I'm like, dang, I want to ride the coattails of somebody that's on the come up. Like, I don't even have nothing, but whatever. I'm not going to talk about those folk. But yeah, they're super supportive. Wow. Just realized I don't have on bracelets, so we're gonna put bracelets on. Next, so I have the brow gel on. Next, I use like some pressed powder just to put on the brows to keep them in place. This to keep them in place. It's kind of like how drag queens will glue down their brows and then powder over them. It's just a similar technique, and I do this before I fill my brows in, just because I feel like when you put like some type of brow gel, brow glue, whatever you want to call it, on, and then try to use like a brow pencil, it kind of like moves it around. I don't know, but yeah, so that's what I do there. Okay, next question says, studied in college. I studied psychology. I was majoring in psychology and minoring in childhood maltreatment and advocacy studies. I wanted to either be a social worker or some sort of like family and marriage therapist. Yeah, I didn't finish college though. Okay, what type of ASMR gives you the most tingles? I would definitely have to say medical ASMR and like hairstyling ASMR. I will also say, I was gonna say makeup, but it's more so, let's just put it as personal attention, like anything with people close in the face or anything like that. Close in the face. I really like those, but heavy on the medical and like the hairstyling, hair play ASMR. Any of those two are my absolute vibe. Okay, so now before we do the brows, I'm going to use this Blur FX Mini Foundation. It's in the color Caramel Express, which sounds like it might be my color. I'm kind of caramelly, I don't know. Let's see if it comes out right. Hopefully this stuff does not make my skin break out. I know I need to wash all of my like makeup brushes and things. But anyways, yeah, I'm going to put this on my face. And ooh, it's coming out already. Oh, it looks a little light. It looks a lot of light. I'm nervous. Like maybe it'll oxidize to my skin, but it looks super light. Like, ooh, that's a lot too. It looks lighter than my neck. Don't like that. I'm nervous. Okay. The next question is, what is the next question? Is one weird sound that gives you tingles. Okay, so I'm just gonna go in with a beauty blender, and I'm gonna wet it with some setting spray and try to blend this in. But one weird sound that gives me tingles, I don't think it's necessarily weird, but I really love hearing people like pop their gum. Like, I really love when people like pop their gum. Like, it really just makes me, I don't know, it just gives me significant tingles. Like, I love that sound. And I especially love when people pop their gum in like a certain rhythm, because I don't think that people realize that they're doing it, but they'll like pop their gum and like be like, love it. Like, there was a teacher I had in like elementary school, and she always chewed gum, and she always smelled like shea butter vanilla vibes. Love her down. I don't think this matches me at all, guys, but we're gonna make it work. I look crazy. We're gonna make it work. Okay. But yeah, she used to always pop her gum, and she, like I said, I could always count her to smell like good, comforting vanilla. But that popping of the gum, something about that just, like, yeah, someone chewing gum, that's cool. But the popping sound, I don't know why, I absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. Let's wet this. Yeah, that is one weird sound that gives me the tingles, the ASMR vibes. So my thing is, I wish they would have gave me like a shade up. Like, this brand has to have a shade up, and they should have given me the shade like a one shade darker. I feel like it's easier for me to use a darker foundation vibe and then lighten that than to use a light foundation that literally is making my neck look ashy and then try to darken it. Like, I don't know what to do here. Ow, I poked myself. I don't know what to do here necessarily, so, but I'm gonna make it work for the video, because like I said, I also have other content I want to film after this, and I don't want to just, okay, it's not that bad, but it is super like ashy. I do not think this is my color at all, so I guess this is something that I will only be using for role plays when I do you guys' makeup. But yeah, is, do you braid slash style your own hair? And yes, for the most part I do. Growing up and up until recently, my mother would almost always do my hair because she was a hairstylist, and then like occasionally if I didn't feel like asking her, or if I just wanted to be independent, I would just do it myself. But lately I've just been trying to be more independent in all areas, and I've just been doing it myself, and then also to save money, I've been doing it myself. I don't like this, guys, but yeah, so I went over the brow a little bit, but yeah, I do braid style my own hair. I would have filmed me doing this wash and go, but I'm happy I didn't, because it didn't come out perfect. Like, my hair is defined, whatever. My first day hair actually came out so good, because if you're a curly hair girl, you know sometimes it takes a couple days for your hair to actually come out nice. But my first day hair was like the best. But the only thing is, I think my technique was bad because my hair is so flaky. Like, I need to wash it again. Like, it is so flaky. I'm like trying to blend this in so bad. Like, I'm trying so hard. Okay, I think it's getting better though. Okay. Do you have any siblings? Yes. So I've always lived with my mother. I've never been really close to my dad. We don't really speak, but with my mom's side, I have a brother and a sister. I'm the oldest. My dad's side, I'm also the oldest, and he has 2 sons. So technically I have 4 siblings, but yeah. Okay. We got brow stuff. I don't know how to use that. So yeah, this Blur FX mini foundation, I don't know what to say about it because this is not my color, but I don't know. I don't know. Let's move on to the brows. And the next question is, coffee, tea, or matcha person and your go-to order? I am a all 3 type of person, okay? If it's a matcha, I'm gonna almost always get a strawberry matcha. I'm about to use their Morphe brow pencil for the first time in the color, what color is this? In the color Cold Brew. It looks a little like a light brown if it's by the box, but yeah. So if I'm getting tea, I usually drink tea for like health reasons, so I'm not really too pressed about the taste. I'll just make tea like regular, maybe add a lemon, mostly just add honey. Like, I'm not drinking it for taste, I'm drinking it for the health benefits, you know. If I get coffee, I'm always gonna add caramel and vanilla to it, no matter where I'm at. I don't have like a go-to coffee order really. Go-to order at Dunkin' is usually a chai latte with oat milk or almond milk. Lately, I've been trying to do almond milk because they said oat milk makes you have hormonal acne a lot more, and I was struggling with my hormones a lot. And as you can see, low-key, I feel like since I've given up the oat milk, my skin has improved. I don't know. So you had chai latte at Dunkin', oat milk, caramel drizzle, and espresso shot. Sometimes I feel fancy, I would say add cinnamon. But yeah, I think that's all. Oh, and I'll get like 4 liquid sugars. Like, I like it super sweet, and like I like my coffee to look like me, kind of like not too light, not too dark, right in the middle. Yeah, but yeah, I'm an all three person. I like coffee, tea, and matcha. Like, maybe I should set my little wear foundation. I don't even know how to deal with that. But anyways, now I'm just going to fill in my brows, and let's see how this goes. I think I'm gonna like this though. Next is, how much of your ASMR role plays are planned? You guys ask me this a lot. Like, oh, I think I need a mirror. You guys honestly ask me this kind of a lot, like how much of my ASMR role plays are like improv, how much are planned. Honestly, the only thing I would really plan out is like the idea. Like, I'll be like, okay, I want to do a video, like I want to do I'll be like, okay, I want to do a salon role play, and then I'll figure out in my head like what type of salon role play, like what type of hairstyle, and if need be, I'll look up like hairstyle inspo just to give me, you know, inspiration. I'm just filling in my brows, like I'm doing it very lightly. I'm not doing anything, well, I don't feel like I'm doing anything special. I'll take it a little closer, okay? But yeah, so I'll just like be like, hey, I want to do a salon role play. And so in my head, I'll just be like, okay, we're gonna do a salon role play giving you a half up, half down. And if it's a role play where you guys can see the hair and the mannequin, then I'll look up, you know, hair inspo. But if you guys can't see the hair or mannequin, I'll just, you know, pretend that's what I'm doing. And as far as like the conversations, I don't really write down those. I don't write down an outline or anything. Like, I honestly improv a lot of the video. For the medical role plays, I will write down steps I want to do. Like when I did the forehead surgery one, I wrote down like when I did the surgery one, I just wrote down the steps I wanted to do. I wrote down like, first I'm gonna measure, then we're gonna cut. Like, you know, I write down like the steps, the order of operations, the order of which I want to do the video. And then sometimes I'll just remind myself like, oh, I want this to be a male POV, or I want this to be a female POV. But I genuinely don't like write or plan out any dialogue. All of the dialogue is literally improv. Even if like I have like a juicy story, I'll just think in my head, like, or I'll just write down, you know, when I put in my notes like salon role play, gossip, girl was stealing out the register. I'll just write that, and then I'll just be like, okay, run with it. It's kind of like when people go to those acting classes and it's like a yes and. That's just what I do. Like, I'll just be like, okay, run with that, tell the story. The girl stole, I'm like, elaborate, just go hard. Like, what, you know, like I don't really plan them out. Like, they're all pretty much improv. Like I said, the most I'll do is write down like, okay, the video I want to do, and maybe the steps that I want to do in the video, and then remind myself like, oh, male POV, girl POV, whatever. Okay, that's pretty cute. I mean, I fill my brows in very lightly, so it's not much difference, but It is what it is. Okay, next question. If you, ooh, this is a good question. If you could have dinner with anyone dead or alive, who would it be? If I had to choose, I feel like I would choose a music artist. Um, if I had to choose a live music artist, it would be, I don't know if you know, if you guys know who this is, but probably so. His music has been going viral. Jameson, JMSN. He, I don't, he makes like an alternative R&B. And I don't know, I would really just like to sit and talk to him, like about his artistry, what inspires him. I would like to just sit in a studio session and just talk to them about music. And because every single album, like, yeah, artists say this, they're like, yeah, with each project I want to give a different vibe, or I want to evolve, I want to change, and it's still just like R&B, you know, or just hip-hop, or just country. But Jameson, genuinely, with every single album he has, they all sound different. Some sound more like a pop punk dance, some sound straight R&B. My most favorite album, I can't think of the name of it, but it's like every song is like a 70s like funk vibe to it. And that is why I just respect him so much as an artist, because I love music down. Like, music really gets me through. So I would definitely want to just sit with Jameson for like hours and just talk to him about music and who his favorite artist is and who inspired him. And for each album and each song, I want to know what inspired him, what went through his mind, you know, when he was writing certain lyrics, or, you know, what is he really saying here? What is he trying to portray? You know, like that whole type of vibe. If it was someone dead, let me think. I want to say someone like a Teddy Pendergrass or something like that, but I really think it would probably be somebody in rock music. It would probably be Prince. Prince, he's an amazing artist, so it would probably be Prince, or it would be like the guys from Led Zeppelin or something, just to know like how much they pioneered, you know, like their genre, and created like the idea of certain, you know, like mute, like guitar solos and stuff. Like, it's just like I want to sit there and talk to him. Like, so what did it feel like being the first person to do this, to create this type of like soulful jazz rock, where it's not super like angry vibes per se. Like, I don't know, like I would really just like to sit and talk to them about that, about like the Lemon song. And it's just like, what drugs were you on? And more importantly, like, I don't know, like, yeah, I would definitely just want to talk to them about just the way that they create music and the way that they were perceived in their day and age. Yeah, but that was a great question. Thank you for whoever asked me that. I love that question. It was really low-key difficult one for me to answer. And now I'm just going to slightly blend that in, and then we're going to get back to the face. Next question is, what happened to the pink hair? Babe, it was a weave. I had to take it out. Like, I can't keep that hair in forever. I honestly, because like I said, hormonal acne, and then my skin is super sensitive. So, and I had that in a side part, and the hair kept rubbing against my face and this side. So I was getting heavy blistering acne on my neck, on this side, like all right here. Like, when I would lift the bang, it wasn't giving. It was making me really like insecure and depressed. But I was like, you have to take this out. I need to wash this hair, like the weave, and wash my hair. Pink hair will maybe be back soon. But I honestly might just dye my own hair before I even put that back in. But we'll have to see. Like I said, because I want to dye my hair when I reach my certain goal. So that's that on that. So I like the brows. The brows, they eat down. I'm a fan of the brows. I like this brow pen. And I like the color they chose for me. I don't like my brows super dark, even with dark hair. I don't know, I just don't. Okay. So now let's get back into the skin. Okay, do you do any other work? I guess besides just YouTube, social media. Yes, I do. I used to work a total of 3 jobs. YouTube, retail, and a warehouse job, but I just recently quit my retail job because I was basically overworked, underpaid, not appreciated, and honestly, all of us there were fighting for hours, and I'm like, it's holiday season, the world is in turmoil. I don't have time to be fighting for hours when I need to have a job that I can actually live off the money, and a job that is giving more than it's taking. So I was just like, yeah, financially, honestly, it just made more sense for me to quit that job because it was super far from my house. I'm fighting for hours, barely getting hours. It's just like, what's the point? Like, literally, one week, the lady only scheduled me for 2 shifts out the week, and they were both 4-hour shifts, 8 hours. I only made $100 that week. I was like, okay, ma'am. And honestly, I was like, I'm overqualified to work here, and you guys know that, but you guys also don't want to promote me, so it literally is what it is. Okay. I'm gonna take the same thing that I set my brows with, and I'm going to use it to set my face with the beauty blender. I'm going to try, at least, I don't know. But yeah. But yeah, so currently I only do YouTube for money, and I have a warehouse job, and I work at that warehouse 6 days a week. Almost every day is a 10-hour shift, and like one day that I pick up a shift will be like just like a 5-6 hour shift or whatever. I work a lot, honestly. I'm always off the house. But yeah. Ooh, next question. What would you say to your younger self? Honestly, to my younger self, I would just say, just keep doing what you're doing. I was always the like black sheep. I was always the peculiar person, walk to the beat of my own drum. And I would just honestly tell my younger self to keep freaking doing that. And if anything, do it more, do it louder, go big or go home. Chase your dreams now. Don't wait. Yeah, I would tell my younger self, like, girl, we're gonna have a YouTube channel with 10K subscribers. And I'm like, no. It's gonna be like, yeah, like, I would tell my younger self to, like, just keep being you, basically. Don't let anyone dim your lights. You don't dim your light, and don't conform for society, for friends, for relationships, for family. Don't do anything for anyone. I would tell my younger self to be selfish. That's what I would tell my younger self, to think of me, because I always have a problem with that. But then, yeah, let other people tell it, oh, you don't care about anything but yourself. And it's like, wow, really? The whole reason I'm even in certain situations is because I always thought of someone else's feelings, emotions, what they wanted from me before I thought of me. So I would tell my younger self to be selfish, to do what I want to do. I would tell my younger self to go to art school instead of going to the big PWI just because scholarship and because my mom wanted me to have a career that could make money. Like, I would tell myself, no, do what you want to do, not what your parent wants you to do, okay? That's what I would tell my younger self. Okay, I think it's looking better since I put that on mirror. I really don't know though. Okay, now I'm ready to try the bronzer they gave me. Hopefully that's a good shade. And then we can add some blush. Next question. Big 3 astrology chart. Okay, so I feel like I've answered this question before, but anyways, my sun is Aquarius, my moon and my rising is in Capricorn. Literally everything is in Capricorn besides my Mars, which is in Pisces. So yeah, do with that information what you will. I don't know what that means for you guys, but, or like why you wanted to know that, but yeah, any other time I tell people like, Aquarius and then Capricorn, everything, they're like, oh, you're mean. And I'm like, no, I'm actually like one of the most genuine, kind human beings. I'm just real, and I just don't accept BS, and I call people out on things, and I move accordingly, like, but whatever. Quick lighting change because the sun was going down, it was getting dark, and I think the lighting makes it look better, but that's just me. I don't know. Okay, best advice someone ever gave you. Okay, I think I look super cute in this lighting, but I'm gonna answer that while I use the bronzer they gave me. Okay, the best advice someone ever gave me was when I was working at this market. Honestly, the two best advice someone ever gave me were around the same time in my life, and it was definitely for a reason. I was working at the market and I was working at Macy's at the same time, and this old man at the market, he came up to me and he was like, life is too important for you to take it so serious. And I think that's like the best advice ever. But yeah, I'm like, not to depress you guys, but life is so precious, it's so important. Time waits for no one. Don't take it so serious. That's why I would tell my younger self, be selfish, chase your dreams, do what you want to do, don't listen to anyone else, just do your thing. Know that I wasted my precious life by taking it so serious to where the point where I like held myself back from certain things or didn't try for certain things. So I feel like that was a really good piece of advice. This is from Defiance Beauty, in the shade Immortal Envy. It says a satin sovereign bronzer. The next piece of advice is when I was working at Macy's. This is the color. Bronzers, you can't really ever tell how they're gonna come up, but I was working at Macy's and this guy said to me, he was like, you're so nice. He was like, you're actually too nice. And he was like, that's gonna be a problem. And then I like, first when he said that, I left, I was like, oh no, I was like, thank you. And he was like, that's not like a compliment. He's like, you're too nice. And he was like, you need to change that. And he was right. And yeah, things in that moment that I was dealing with, a lot of things were revealed to me, and I was like, wow, I didn't let a lot slide. And that's why I'm at a certain place I am in life. That's why I'm dealing with the things I'm dealing with, because I've been too freaking nice. So yeah, don't be so nice. Don't let people walk all over you. Stick up for yourself. Speak up. Demand respect. Say no. Okay? And stop doing things just for the other person. Okay. Favorite movies, TV shows. Okay, love this question because just as much as I love music, I love, oh, that's how it comes out. I think I'm gonna like this. I love TV. So my favorite shows are Supernatural, Teen Wolf, Community. Love Community. I need the DVDs. I'm trying to think like my all-time favorite shows that I could rewatch on end. Now for movies, I can't even, like, I like almost everything. Okay, my favorite genres are comedy, action, and horror. Yeah, so with that being said, I love a horror comedy. I love a good like raunchy buddy comedy, like a Pineapple Express, a Super Bad, Dodgeball. Like I love just silly, stupid movies. One of my favorite, I feel like comedy horror movies, I always talk about this, is the movie Beaver. It's about zombie beavers that like attack these like college kids when they go to like spring break in like a cabin or something, and it's like funny as hell. It's not even like scary to me. Like yeah. Oh, I like anime. I like JoJo Bizarre's Adventure. That's like my comfort anime, as well as Naruto. Naruto is the first anime I ever really watched, full through, and it changed my life. He said a lot of things in there that really, encouraged me to just keep going and to believe in myself. And low-key, Naruto is the reason why I actually started my YouTube channel. Because Naruto told me, if as long as you have one person believe in you, that's all you need to do. Believe in yourself. Don't give up. I actually really like this bronzer. It's like a nice color. What else? What else? What else? Oh, another anime I like is Vinland Saga. Girl, that anime changed my life as well. People are always saying like they want like a third season, but I'm like, the way that it ends, you don't really need a third season because it's like historical fiction and it's pretty obvious. Like, look at the world that we're in now. But yeah, it's like it's pretty obvious what happened there. But yeah, I feel like I'm forgetting something. Oh, and of course, my all-time one of my favorite movie franchises is Twilight. I'm one of those girls, a spider monkey twihard. But yeah, I definitely would feel like the ones that are my all-time favorite like shows is like Community, Supernatural, Teen Wolf. I want those on DVD. I had Teen Wolf on DVD, but then I lost some of the discs somehow. I think because I was like letting people watch and borrow, like my friends and stuff, and I moved around a lot. So, but yeah. Okay, I think we're done with the bronzer. I think. I think we're done with the bronzer. I think. I'm just trying to like, But yeah. I'm a big, like, what is it, a cinephile. I love movies. Like, I've seen 1,000 movies, and there are certain movies that I would watch over and over again just because I love them. Like, I love movies. It's my vibe. Even like them if they're bad. Like, I just enjoy going into another world. It's like reading books, Okay. So this, I actually really like this bronzer. 10 out of 10 would definitely recommend. I do think I will only use this in the wintertime because I feel like the bronzer is kind of the color that I am in the summer, so I probably wouldn't want to use this color in the winter time. I think Ipsy is kind of getting my shades wrong. I need to redo the color match thing. Okay. Ooh, hobbies or unusual talent. I'm going to use my favorite favorite blush is by Wander Beauty. Double Date is the color. It's a lip and cheek thingy mabobs. You can use it on your lips and cheeks. It's like a duo. It has like I broke the thing, but it has like a blush there and then like a lipstick thing there. You can see my perfumes. How cute. But yeah, I love this. I love the pigments. I love the way it goes on my skin. I just love her. Hidden talent. I feel like my hidden talent is acting. I feel like I'm a very good actress. I feel like that's kind of for me, like being like, I'm not gonna say I was a lonely kid. I was like a purposely lonely kid. I loved being alone, but I would like create scenarios and do whole dialogues. And there was one time where I was saying it out loud and I was literally going through like a whole like back and forth playing two characters. And then my mother was like, who are you talking to? And I was like, don't do that again. But I feel like I'm a really good actress. That also, during the pandemic, I became interested in parkour. I'm still interested in it. I just don't have enough time to practice it. But I feel like hopefully in 2026 I have more free time to do parkour. Just gonna pucker up my cheeks and apply my blush. So I feel like, yeah, parkour is like my hidden talent. That, and I've always been a writer, so I would definitely say like songwriting, kind of like I always mostly did poems, but I feel like I would do great at writing songs. Like, I've kind of always low-key wanted to be like a songwriter. I always wanted to be like the person in the background. Like, yeah, being the singer is cool, but I want to be the person writing the lyrics, But yeah. So yeah, I would say parkour is like my hidden talent, and then acting. But I feel like you guys kind of know about the acting because you guys always are commenting like, oh, like this feels so natural, blah, blah, blah. I think I'm gonna add a little bit more bronzer because I think I wiped some off. doing the thingy. Yeah. Okay. Let's answer another question. Oh, this one's funny. Because of my accent, they said, "Where are you from?" Yes, I have a heavy accent. It is very hard for me to pronounce R's, and I had to literally think of it, R's and W's, especially like together, like it's hard. I see. I'm already like stuttering. Like if I want to say I want to watch Riverdale, I have to think of it like watch River. Like it just all blurs together. Like the word Wrangler. Like I cannot like. But I'm from Baltimore, Maryland, child. And yeah, that's why my accent is so like strong. It's like a country accent almost. Like I feel like people from Baltimore sound like a little country. I don't think we really realize that though. But that makes sense because a lot of people that live here, their family is like from Virginia or from like South or North Carolina, and then they came up here, over the years. So that makes sense to me why our accents are like a blur, a mix of things. But yeah, I'm trying to think what else. Oh, the under eye mascara. What do you love most about yourself? Oh, this is a cute question. Love that down. This Benefit Cosmetics Bare Real Beyond Mascara. And I have lashes on. I put my lashes on yesterday, so I'm just going to use this on the bottom lashes. What I love most about myself is I feel like one, that I always try to be authentically myself. And if I notice myself doing things or becoming a certain version of myself that's really not me, I'll pull back and be like, no, get back into you. Like the things you like, your obscure hobby, that stop trying to be so normal. I also really like the way that I think about things. Like, yes, I can tend to overanalyze, but I really do like the way that I sit and the way I think about the world, people. I feel like I am really able to see the bigger picture in things, and I feel like I really do like consider the world as a whole. And then sometimes, like the man said, I can be too considerate to the point where I'm being too nice, or I'm thinking too hard to the point where I'm taking life a little too seriously. But yeah, I will say that my most favorite thing about me is the fact that I'm always trying so hard to just be myself. I feel like society can water you down, dumb you down, and I feel like every day I'm on like a journey to just be me as raw as possible. And like I said, I just love the way that I think. What's something you can never forget? I want to say something like trauma or something. Okay. I feel like I would never forget starting my channel, or wanting to start my channel back in 2020. I feel like before I even actually started it, I've filmed like 3 like test run videos. I always want to do air quotes. Like test run videos, and I filmed like 3 of them just to see if I like it, just to see if am I good at this, do I get tingles watching me. And I was like, oh shoot, I am good at this. Because also during that time I was working a work from home job, so I was talking on the phone, and people would always say how calming my voice was, how it calmed them down, how it brought them comfort, how at first I was going to call and cuss you out and complain, but you just made it so easy, things like that. And then, like I said, watching anime, watching Naruto, and just feeling, it was a lot of things that happened during the pandemic that just woke me up out of the depressed state I was in, and just allowed me to just be like, we're just gonna go for it, just send it, just do what you want. Even like getting into parkour and like watching parkour guys on YouTube, like there were just so many things that just made me feel like, I just honestly feel like I will never forget that year, because I really did a lot of healing on my own, internally, by myself, and I really just woke up one day. I was like, I want to live for me. I want to make decisions for me. And yes, I went, I backslid a couple of times. There were a couple of times where I made decisions for other people, but that was like one of the first moments in my life where I stuck up for myself in life and was like, do what you want. And I found myself outside doing parkour, doing little jumps off buildings and making videos, whispering to people and being like, I'm gonna just chase my dreams. And had I not done that, where would I be right now? Probably working some regular job that I hate. And it's like, yeah, I don't really necessarily love my warehouse job, but I know that it's a means to an end, because I'm like, things with YouTube are taking off really, really good. So I really feel like that's something I would never forget. 2020, 2021, I will never forget the year I finally chose me. That's a good one. Next, what do you love about your community? Honestly, what I love about you guys is like the love and loyalty you guys show me. You pour into me. I'm gonna cry. You pour into me so much. You guys are so encouraging. You're so kind to me. You guys are so encouraging. You're so kind. You're so loving. I feel like you guys see me. You guys listen. I'm gonna do that off the camera, but I feel like you guys see me. You guys listen. I love the way you guys support me. I love the fact that there's people that were here since I first started, back in my little college apartment, making my little videos, at my desk. Like, the fact that people can reference, like, oh yeah, remember you made this video years ago, can you do this one again? Like, I really just love the way you guys love me. It's really like a really special type of relationship that we have. And no, I don't know every single person's name, or I don't recognize every single YouTube username or whatever, but every comment I appreciate, every like I appreciate, every subscriber I appreciate. Like, I don't think you guys understand how much all things are connected in life, and how much you just choosing to watch this video, you just choosing to like it, you just choosing to subscribe, you just doing one small thing. If you just being like, hey, I want to just open up my YouTube and watch my comfort show, and I'm the comfort show. I don't think you guys realize how much control you have in my life, how much just by clicking on my video, you are making my day. Just by clicking on my video, you are allowing me to have opportunities that I never thought I would have. So I feel like that's my favorite part about my community. Without you guys, I wouldn't have certain opportunities coming my way. I wouldn't be monetized on YouTube. Like, I wouldn't be able to say, oh yeah, I make money from whispering videos. Like, I feel like that's my favorite thing about you guys, is that you simply just enjoying my content has drastically changed my life. And I feel like I'm just getting started, but I still see so many changes. Like the bottom mascara. First of all, like the wand. If you can see, it's like a kind of chunky, but then all the individual bristles, and then it has like this bulbous end that I feel like is really good for getting the bottom, and I feel like it really made a difference in definition. But yeah, honestly, I hear lots of good things about Benefit Cosmetics, like mascaras. I always wanted to try their Bad Girl Bang mascara, but yeah, I'm like, this did not disappoint. I expected this to be a great product. Okay, so I'm pretty much done skin. I want to do lips now. Next question. Triggers you like to do, triggers you don't like to do. I don't know. I like to do all triggers. I will say it is hard to do triggers that I enjoy. First of all, I got this from, I think, Target. I don't know. I just wanted to try a new lip gloss. It is a lip butter by Vitamask. It was only like $5. Love that. It's in the wild cherry flavor, and it says plump and repair. It's made with plant butters, ceramides, 8 hyaluronic complex, and peptides. She fancy. A luxurious lip butter balm with a sheer red tint. Vegan friendly. Okay. But yeah, like, that's why it's hard for me to do longer videos, because I don't think you realize, like, sometimes I give myself tingles in the middle of the video and I like zone out. I have to be like, oh girl, keep talking, keep moving. Like specifically if I'm like doing hair brushing, like I recently just did the video of me like counting backwards from 100, and that portion of the video, there's so many cuts because I kept messing up the count because I was zoning out, giving myself ASMR. I was giving myself tingles, like it was bad. So yeah, any type of hair brushing, scalp scratching, you guys enjoy those, but I also enjoy those. So I'm like giving myself tingles as I'm recording, and I'm like trying not to fall asleep. So I will say that's like one of the hard things about doing, you know, certain triggers. I don't really have triggers I don't like to do. I feel like kissing, like I hate when people ask me for those because it's like kind of awkward, and it's like, why women get kissed? I don't know, like, and I feel it's one of those things that can easily be taken in like a sexual context. So yeah, but other than that, I don't really have any like specific things that I don't like or whatever. I'm pretty open to almost all triggers, but I won't say I don't like, but I will say it is difficult for me to do like hair brushing and stuff for long periods of time because I just end up putting myself to sleep damn near. Like sometimes in the videos, like if you're paying attention, like you can see my eyes kind of glaze over, or I'll just get like quiet for a second. It's because like, yeah, I didn't give myself ASMR. And I'm like, even like playing in other people's hair can be like so fun and comfortable. Last question, which I kind of already answered throughout the video, but how did you fall in love with ASMR? What inspired you to start your channel? Okay, so I was first introduced to ASMR through a friend, and she would watch, I don't remember the channel name, but they would do like random videos for like comfort, like power washing, paint drying, paint spilling, you know, things like that. Or it was just like random things. I forget what the channel was called, but she put me onto that, and then ever since then I would just watch it all the time. And like I said, during the pandemic, when I was just trying out different things from parkour or whatever, I was like therapizing myself, journaling a lot, thinking a lot, trying to get past certain traumas, trying to accept the role I may have played, you know, in certain situations. I was really just like leveling up my mental. You know, like I said, watching anime, watching Naruto specifically, and just they put a lot of hidden gems in the Hidden Leaf Village. But literally, like, there was a lot of hidden messages, and I feel like all anime has a lot of hidden messages, but a lot of Naruto is just like believe in yourself. And so like, yeah, I just and then like I said, I was working the work from home job, and I just kept getting compliments about my voice, and I've always wanted a YouTube channel. So one day I was like, let me just try this out, let me just film a couple videos, see if I like them. And I liked them, I enjoyed them. It was kind of awkward for me in the beginning to watch myself on camera, to record myself or whatever. It was kind of hard for me to even edit because it was like so awkward just to see myself and like watch myself play a character. But yeah, I did it. I was good at it. I dropped my first video. I liked the comments I got, the responses, the little community. And then yeah, like I said, over the years I just slowly, you know, would create content and try, you know, to again choose myself and do the things I want to do. It was a slow process, but here we are now with 10,000 subscribers, so it was a worthy process. And yeah. Okay, before I put that on, I want to try their Hydra Hold Hydrating Setting Spray by Sophia and Mabel. I have a blush or bronzer from them that I got in a box too. I actually really liked it. But this says this is made with hydrating aloe vera, witch hazel, hyaluronic acid. Like that. But yeah, I'm like, that is what inspired me to start my channel, and that is how I fell in love with ASMR. I was already in love with it, but then, you know, I feel like I even became even more in love when I created my own little community of people. But yeah, that's that. Trying to get the plastic off. Jesus. And I just want, because my face is like super matte, as expected. I use a lot of matte products, but let's just set it a little bit. Hydra Hold. I'm nervous. Intense. I can smell the aloe vera though. I'm nervous. Okay, one more. Okay. It's kind of like super moisturizing. I'm going to dry it and then blend it in. Dry and then blend. 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 Ooh, hit my lip. Dry and then blend. Dry and then blend. Dry. Let me add a little bit more lip liner, and then we're gonna try the lip gloss. Okay guys, this is pretty much the end of the video. I answered all of the questions, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for tapping in with me and supporting me like you always do. And thank you guys so much for 10,000 subscribers. I don't even know 10,000 people. So the fact that 10,000 people saw my videos and was like, hey, I like this girl and I want to keep seeing her every day on my timeline, and they support me and press subscribe, literally blows my mind. I am extremely grateful, and I genuinely love every single one of you, and I love this gloss. Cute. I just want to say, you know, thank you. I want to cry because I'm a crier, but I just put makeup on, so I don't want to cry. But genuinely, thank you guys so much. Here's the final look. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know you guys like the longer videos anyway. Hopefully I can try to put some layered sounds and make it even more tingly. But yeah, as always, comment in the comments what you guys want to see next, and I will do my best to create it as soon as I possibly can. Thank you for loving me. Thank you for seeing me. Thank you for supporting me. There's a little kiss for you guys. So yeah, that's the end of this video. Thank you guys so much. I am so grateful, and I know this is only the beginning. We're on the road to 50K next. I have big dreams, big plans, and I can't wait to share all my ideas with you guys, but in due time, okay? So bye.